Hello guys, welcome back to Patrones Mujer. I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to make this jersey, and you can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 17. Having said that, let's get started. We'll take pen and paper to write down the materials. Once we have the pattern present from the magazine, we'll cut along the sand line that will make. These are finished patterns, which means they have 1 cm seams, hems, and cut with notches and gray lines. Okay, let's check the pieces of the jersey. These are the pieces from the front. These are the pieces from the back. We overlock the center back. These are the facing pieces from the front and back. And we fuse them. And these are the sleeves. This is the ruffle piece. We overlock all around of the piece. And this is the other piece. We fold in half and we press with the iron. And we have the lace and the elastics. We're going to make the piping, so we're going to pass the piping inside of the bias. We fold in half, and with the one single side foot we have to pass a stitch close to the piping. Place the piping on the edge of the front piece. The next step is to face the rest of the pieces. We're going to sew for one side, then we turn the piece and we continue all around of the cut. Place the piping. You have to use one single side foot for place the piping because we need to pass the stitch close to the piping. Cut the corner of the piping for turn the piping. Face the rights of the front pieces. We start from the shoulder, and when you arrive to the corner you have to cut the corner and turn the piece and continue sewing around of the cut. We overlock then the seams, and then we continue with the back pieces. We're going to face the rights of the back pieces and we're going to sew them. Then we're going to close on the shoulders. We continue with the facing pieces. This is the back piece and we're going to pass a stitch from the notch. Then we're going to take the other piece of the facing piece of the back and we're going to close on the shoulders. These are the pieces from the back. We overlock the pieces on the center back. We start sewing from the notch to the button. We sew for one shoulder and we sew on the other shoulder. These are the facing pieces and we sew on the shoulders. We pass a stitch from the notch to the bottom of the piece. We're going to take the elastic and we're going to place on the center back on the neckline for hold the button. We overlock the edge of the facing pieces and now we're going to place the facing piece around of the neckline. So you have to match the shoulders and pin it all around. Place the elastic on the center back and pass a stitch for hold the elastic. Place the facing piece, start sewing from the center back and continue to all around of the neckline. You have to match the shoulders and the notches. Cut the corners and around of the neckline. And snip the curves. Pass a stitch around of the neckline. Now we have to gather the piece, so we have to make a mark in the middle because we're going to gather the middle of the piece. Pass a stitch in the middle on the mark and then we have to pull the thread from the spool for get the gather of the piece. We're going to place the ruffle piece around of the neckline. So you place the middle of the piece around of the neckline. Face the rights of the front and back and we're going to close on the sides. Place the piece facing up and Place the middle on around of the neckline and pass a stitch all around on the piece. Face the rights of the front and back and sew them on the sides. Then we have to overlock the seams. We continue with the ruffle piece around of the hem. So we're going to face the rights and we're going to close for the sides. Then we're going to gather the piece. On the machine we face the rights and we sew on the sides. Then we have to pass a stitch around of the piece and parallel to the first one stitch we pass another one and then we have to pull the thread for get the gather. We're going to place the lace on the middle of the sleeve and we're going to pass a stitch on the edge of the sleeve. Place the ruffle piece around of the hem. You have to start from the sides and spray the gather around of the hem. Fold the sleeve in middle and face the rights and we're going to close on the sides. Then we're going to make the hem of the sleeve. Place the ruffle piece around of the hem and remember to facing up the gather. Then overlock the seams. Fold the hem up and pass a stitch around of the hem. We face the rights of the sleeve and we sew on the sides. Then we have to overlock the seams. Overlock the cuff, and then we have to fold until the notch, and we pass a stitch around on the cuff. Place the sleeve and remember to match the shoulders, the sides, and the notches. Place the sleeve, face the right, and sew from the side and go all around of the armhole. Then we have to overlock the seams, and the other sleeve is the same as we made for this one. And we have finished our jersey. We press with the iron the hem and in the cuff and the hem of the jersey. And we place the button on the center back. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. You can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 17 and the links are below. We'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.